It's 4:45. Have you bought the cookbook? Hi, Danielle, Jen, Natural Contents, and we are live. Why? Because we are on a mission, and we've shared this with you folks, that we are trying to help Sullivan County Federation for the Homeless. We're trying to raise the funds to pay for 800 pounds of vegetables to help them with their Thanksgiving dinner and their pantry boxes.
So we're so close.
We're so close. We're almost there, but we totally still need your help. And so we thought, why not come into the kitchen and make something out of the cookbook? So we're making the sweet potato cinnamon rolls.
Which we haven't done in a while, folks. So anything can happen at this point.
Anything can happen, it's true.
I'm going to start moving just so we can get it going.
So, yeah, so we're halfway there. We've raised the funds for 400 pounds, and we are working with Lackawaxen Food Hub to get those veggies from all our local farmers. And the reason that we wanted to pay for those vegetables is because our farmers work really, really hard, and it feels good to pay them money. It's like one of our favorite things to do, actually, is to spend money with our local farmers. So,
What we're doing here
yep, let's
tonight
talk about this.
is the sweet potato cinnamon rolls, which was a hit back in the day. For some of you guys that don't know, we used to have a food business. This was one of our finer products, I think. I would say. I still love them.
They're really good. They're very special, and they would make a fabulous Thanksgiving morning treat with a cup of coffee. Go ahead, why don't you roll that
But we
out?
haven't, like I said, done this in a little, like at least a year and a half, right?
Yes, it's been a long time.
The kitchen will be closed almost 2 years, actually.
2 years at the end of this December. And one of the funny things is that we are working with sweet potato that we froze over 2 years ago. So if you're saying to yourself, that's gross, happy to be eating sweet potato that old, it actually kept really well.
Unbelievably well, yeah.
And tastes pretty darn good. So we're going to use it and not waste it. So these are really easy to make. You just basically put everything in the food processor, all the dry ingredients, go into the food processor. You add some sweet potato and you put it all together into a dough. It's vegan, so if you're trying to please, sorry.
I know,
I got error on
I'm getting stuff all over me. This is not unusual.
They're grain-free, gluten-free, vegan. They're super friggin' tasty, and everybody who tries them pretty much loves them. And they get a little icing at the end.
Just like
And
any other cinnamon bun.
super easy to make. You see what she's doing. This is not rocket science. This is not,
And all we did before
Very
we
hard.
just put the ingredients together. It's not like we did much.
we didn't do much.
We didn't.
Very easy.
What do you think?
I think that's good.
You really
I
want
think
to
you're
do
good
that.
enough. And we'll just carefully pull this back.
Hey, Joe Hernandez is watching.
Joseph!
That's our brother.
We'll make you these when we see you next. Okay. So this is about ready. That's about how thin it should be. It could have probably been a little bit thinner, but I'll let it go.
Okay. A perfectionist she is.
Next time.
Anyway.
So
So good. Where are we at with the promotion? That's what we should really.
Well, why don't you tell everybody how many books we've sold?
Yeah. So we've sold about 75 books so far, which is really amazing. Over 20 of them have gone to libraries, which is even better. All of Sullivan County, all the libraries in Sullivan County have them at this point, or are going to be getting them shortly.
Which is
Same
incredible.
thing, right? Same thing with Wayne County. So we got those 2 counties set. So I've set a map area of the region of where we want to donate these books to. So there's about 130 to 160 that we could do.
And the libraries are
They've already contacted us. It's
emailing,
awesome.
calling.
Yeah.
They're really excited about it because the book doesn't just have recipes in it. It talks about our local farms and the
Right.
farmers markets and the importance of supporting local farms. So
A lot of them are mentioned in there and stories about them, which is kind of neat.
yeah, and how they turned us into real food lovers. I mean, we never ate kale ever,
No.
and we certainly weren't
Now we
eating
love
beets and parsnips, and we were just eating regular things like broccoli and carrots and cauliflower. So they really expanded our horizon, I would say.
And an understanding of food
And farming.
and how it grows and
It's just special.
when it's available too. So that's why you take sweet potato
And you
in
freeze it.
season and you freeze it so that you make sure you have it. It's almost, well, it is pretty much sweet potato season right now, but like we said, we still have the reserve from 2016, I think. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
anyway, so if you, with the cookbook, if you don't want the cookbook or don't need the cookbook, we've said this before, or you just don't cook, because some of us just don't.
Right.
She does. Don't worry about it. Then just buy a copy for one of the libraries and we'll donate it in your name. It's just that simple. And some of the people have even asked, how can I do larger donations?
Yeah.
You can buy 10 cookbooks for the libraries and we'll send them to 10
Absolutely.
libraries. I mean, it's just that simple. But, of course, if you want to do a direct donation to the Federation for the Homeless, we are encouraging that as well. So don't feel like you have to support, go through us to support them. We encourage it, and they need money. I mean, we can get them food, but they actually need money for a lot of key things to make it through the winter.
Keep the heat on, to have
Right.
food to cook, and they do a lot of important work.
Right.
And again, when you have and abundance is yours, we have to remember to share, right? So this is what it's about: sharing good food for everyone. Thanksgiving is coming. So I'm going to do this before we go on. So this is literally just sweet potato and maple syrup. And what else is in here? Oh, cinnamon and some sea salt. You can add nuts. We don't have any pecans in the house at the moment, so we are not adding them. But you totally could add toasted nuts. And I'm just going to spread this on. It's super delicious, as you could well imagine.
And the other thing about our cookbook is that it is grain-free, which is unusual, I think, for, a lot of people. And some people just want to try it and don't really, know that they could have health benefits from removing certain things from their diet. So that's why I love the library program, because people can go into their library when they're in need or looking to make that transition. They can go in, find our cookbook. Oh, this is how you do it. What a great resource. Because again, it's not for everybody. We made different health choices in our life that led us down the path we're on. But but maybe you're not grain-free or gluten-free, and you're like, what am I going to do with it? Well, again, you don't have to do anything with it. You can get one donated to a library, which is great, or gift it to a friend. Maybe you know somebody who's dealing with some health issues or is trying to change their diet.
And I think the cool thing is that if you think outside the box, a lot of food doesn't have grain to begin with, right? So if you're making like smashed potatoes on the barbecue, there's no grain, you're eating potatoes. So the cookbook has a lot of different recipes. There's meat recipes, there's vegan recipes, soup, dessert,
a couple of baked good things, but it's mainly
vegetables,
yeah.
Eggs, things that we really rely on to feed our family. So I'm just about done. I'm just trying to smooth it out as evenly as possible, and now we're going to roll it. But these are really special, and if you like sweet potatoes and you like cinnamon and the taste of fall, you would love these.
I wish you could smell the cinnamon right now.
So I am going to turn this and start rolling it carefully.
Did you just
Not yet. We're going to go right onto that though.
Okay.
Try to keep it as tight as possible. You kind of just continuously let it flow. So let's grab that pan and put it right there. There we go. And so now we'll cut them. Yep, I have the knife, so we're just gonna cut them. I need some of the arrowroot that's in the bucket. So having a food business meant having very large pails of things. So all of our ingredients are in little 5-gallon white buckets.
Still, because we just still love food, even though we don't work with it as much as we used to, at all, thankfully.
So I just cut them about a couple of inches.
always want to eat it right now, actually, because it
You technically
looks
could.
just fine to eat.
And remember, there's
But
no
nice and
grain,
warm will
no
be
gluten,
delicious.
no dairy, and
everything we could source local, we did. Sweet potatoes, the maple syrup.
potatoes, yep, maple syrup from Catskill Mountain Sugar House. And so now I just kind of gather them and push them down. So we're trying to make the roll. And the end pieces are always,
The most challenging ones.
well, no, they're
I'll leave
like
that
the
for you.
smallest. So if you push them together, like pinch them a little bit,
Pinch them.
and then squish them, like fluff them. Yeah. It's a messy job, but somebody has to do it. Oh, I'm so excited about these. I know. It's been a very long time since we've had them. So come on, can't you imagine getting the cookbook and making these on a Sunday morning or on a holiday? Or
Or on just
maybe you could have
tomorrow.
somebody make them for you. Well,
Anyway.
we get to have them tonight, so we're pretty
I know.
lucky.
Do you guys want us to come back on when
Yeah, look, I have literally
I know,
have sweet
we're a mess.
potato all over.
we're a mess?
But that's, if you're not being messy in the kitchen, then you're probably not doing a good job.
Exactly.
So we could have probably have cut them just a little bit thinner, but they're so delectable. So I think they're just the right size. But I'm gonna wash my hands because
Okay.
this is
So we're gonna probably wrap this up and get these in the oven so that we can eat them warm, which we will share with you hopefully in a little while. But yeah, if you're thinking about it, please consider it your contribution this holiday season to helping people. I mean, I think we all have to sort of do something, and we can all do our little parts here or there. So it's $20. If you can do more, that is wonderful. That's great. I would love to reach our goal with the libraries, which would surpass the goal for the actual veggies. But it would make us feel like we really were able to spread the word, get the education out there, and help people that needed a little help this season. So naturalcontents.com. I'm sure we've put it down below, yeah? Right?
well, we will.
We will.
We'll drop the link.
We'll drop the link.
But if you just go to naturalcontents.com, top right, it says shop. All you have to do is go there. You can donate the copy to the library. You could send a gift to get it for yourself. You could be making these. This was not very difficult, I promise. And so I'm gonna put these in the oven and we'll come back when they're done. And hopefully we'll have sold like, I don't know,
Some books.
some books in the meantime. And we can
Double
give
our
you another
75.
update.
Let's double our 75. Thanks
So thank
everybody. We appreciate it. I'm gonna come over here and shut this down.